Hey guys, it's Sonnet here. I am doing a video on how to pull and stack. Pulling and stacking, two very important concepts that every Dota player should know before playing the game, or we'll see very often actually. So let's get to the very basics of it. So the first concept, pulling, it's a way to control your lane. So see right here how these creeps are fighting at this line. This is called creep equilibrium. The closer you are to the creep equilibrium, it's around 1000 range, 1200 range. You have to be near your creeps when they die to get any experience for them. So what does that mean? It means that if the creep equilibrium is back here, you have to be around here in order to get that experience. And that's kind of dangerous because let's say mid wants to come gank you after he gets a rune. Uh, he can come through the jungle and he can gank you, and you're prone to this. But if you have your creep equilibrium here, you have this juke spot in the forest. You also have the protection of your tower, and that's a threat. So it's much better if you can get your creep equilibrium to your tower. And the way you do that is by pulling. So pulling, very simple. You wait every 45 seconds, every 15 seconds. So it's 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Pull this. They're going to aggro onto you. You're going to pull them out. And because for some reason these creeps don't like each other, they're going to attack each other. And these creeps are going to be pulled into the jungle. Now, see these creeps? They don't have anything to fight. So they will push into your turret, and the creep equilibrium will reset. Now, the problem with this is pulling is a very good way to do it, but most people do it wrong. Most people do it with one stack of neutral camps. These neutral camps, if they fail to kill them, will actually push. So right now, you'll see, well, aside from Zeus, well, you can see that there's the original creep wave, and then there's these three that got added into it, and it'll actually push your lane. But in this case, they actually had a lot of creep left over, so it's all fine. They actually had more, so it's going to push. The number of creeps actually matters. The number of creeps decreases the number of damage per creep, and it does more damage. So by that definition, they will push. So the way to overcome bad pulling is to do a stack. And a stack is the way you aggro these creeps around the 51, 52 second mark. That's around the accepted time. 51, 52 second mark. And you're going to pull them out of this creep box. This is a creep box. Creep box being what the game uses to check to see if any unit is inside of it, and if it checks out that there are none, then it's going to spawn a new set, thinking that the old ones died. So you can use this to your advantage, especially for this right here. The creeps didn't spawn. So over here, you're going to pull around the 51, 52 mark. It's a little bit late, that's fine. I'm going to pull these out, and they're going to be out of the creep box. And you can do this for any camp, by the way. The ancients, the small camps, the large camps. You can do this, and you can see there are two sets of creeps now. These should respawn. So the way you want to do pulling for this is you want to actually pull around the 51 second. They'll pull out here. Then when you have double stacks, you can actually pull these out. And all the creeps attacked by the double stack will actually more or less die. When you have a single stack, some creeps will survive, and it will push your lane. Now, I want to talk about the advantages, disadvantages. So I've talked about the advantages. Advantages of a single of pulling leads to safer experience, but the disadvantage of it, and if you don't read the situation correctly, is that these creeps can now bang on your tower. If you don't micro them around, and what it can result to is a fast takedown of your tower. Likewise, if you want to push the tower, you just do a single stack. You just pull the single stack, and there'll be extra creeps, and the extra creep momentum will be used to push this tower. So it can go both ways, but pulling, stacking, it requires a bit of reading. And so basically, the concept of pulling, stacking, very useful. Junglers, supports will most likely do this. Junglers to improve the gold gain, supports to control the lane. And remember, this can be done on the dire side. The camp that you would be looking for pulling would be around here. There's another camp right here, which actually requires you to cut down this tree. 2 points I want to make before I end, first relevant to the second. One, you're not limited to just 2 stacks. You can stack as many times as you want, but the most I've seen is 5. The second point that I wanted to make is you don't actually have to stack just for the purpose of pulling. You can stack to let your carry farm it up later. And you'll see that supports will typically stack their ancients or even just the large camps, and they'll have their carries farm it, usually via Battle Fury, and it's nice gold and experience. So I just want to end the video right now. I appreciate feedback. If you guys have anything to say about this video or anything that I can improve, please let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, have a good day, and I'll see you guys later.